Alright. Alright, let's jump right to it. Greetings and salutations, dailies and Metalgen. Welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. Once again, I am your host, the great and mighty Mr. Perez, and yes, there is currently a fire near me, so there's a lot of ash swirling around the air. So don't be surprised if you hear a lot of sweeping. To clear off all this ash that's falling onto my desk. It's weird, I know, but hey, let's jump right in. So we defeated the good old Burger King last time, and now I can't really do a whole lot. I can only step outside, so I think I'd go downstairs and read a book. Because reading's always nice, isn't it? I gotta... Yes, I will get a massage actually. Forgot I didn't do that last time.
You're so stiff, like right here and here. Master. Oh. See you later.
Alright. Re-energized, just the way I like it. Now let's see who's available tonight. Talk to Yoshida. Let's do... I'll talk to Mishima, why not? Mishima. Okay. Not yet.
Oh, see you later.
Oh, let me see. A rent-a-girlfriend? Damn. Sucks for her, I guess. Yeah. Let's see. Rank 8 is what I do. Let's see. Yes. Ah, that's cool. Sent. Alright, I'll help him out. Akiyama-kun? Mishima? Ah, there's our guy. Look, Akiyama-kun says he's not gonna be able to pay up this month. How about you spot him? That's what friends are for, right? Friends? Huh? You guys ain't friends? Don't try to mess with us, Akiyama. Is this loser supposed to be the friend who is gonna help you? You don't got anything to do with this little bitch Akiyama, I suggest you get out of here. Come on, Toru. Looks like we're gonna have to go have a nice chat with that girlfriend of his. Please, no. I'm begging you. Sorry, but you broke our promise. Now she's gonna be the one to pay us back, if you catch my drift. This is just what you get for trying to screw us over. You're so cruel, Yura-kun. Akiyama-kun. Amamiya. Amamiya. Run. See, I've actually seen the anime. I don't know pronounce that. I'm not leaving. Are you sure? I don't want to get you involved, though having you here is definitely reassuring. I think I have an idea. It's risky, but it might just work. If anything happens to me, take care of Akiyama-kun. Amamiya. Hey, you guys! Crap, I bit my tongue. Huh? You're still here. Run away, you idiot. You better lay off Akiyama-kun. I've been taking a video of this whole conversation. Huh? If you do anything to Akiyama-kun or his girlfriend, I'll bring it straight to the police. Oh, and don't get any ideas about breaking my phone. It backs up to the cloud automatically. Hey, what should we do? We'll be fine. The police ain't gonna do shit because of this stupid little video. Why don't you run along home to your anime girls? Damn, fucking called him an otaku. We don't got time to deal with losers like you. They're the real losers. Oh, Maria. You're right. Yeah?
What the hell?
Look, I know you guys are supposed to be tough and all, but are you sure it's really worth getting arrested again over something like this? I mean, this video is definitely enough to get you guys busted given your previous criminal records. How'd you know about that? You just told me. Oh, that went so funny if you actually said that. Oh well. It doesn't matter how. Just leave Akiyama-kun alone and we'll be even. Then if you keep your word, I'll delete the video. The backup too. You'll delete them now. No! Yura-kun. Had enough of this shit. Man, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. My whole act would have broken down if I didn't back up when he did. It really sucked, huh? Wait, that was all an act? Yep, the whole thing. The truth is, I've dealt with enough bullying to know guys like that have probably been arrested at least once. Oh, and thanks for sticking by me, Amamiya. We can't let injustice like that go unchecked. I think I get it now. This feeling is what made me want to help you guys to begin with. That's why I started the fan site. To make sure that nobody has to go through stuff like this again. He seems actually motivated. Alright. Rank 8. Okay. Akiyama-kun, are you okay? Looks like they really laid it out on you. Mishima, why did you help me? Huh? You didn't need to get involved. Sorry. It looked like you were really in trouble though, so I stepped up. Is that so? Anyway, can you walk? Do you need us to call an ambulance? I'm fine. Just go. Alright. Come on, Amamiya.
Well, see you later.
Oh, Amamiya? Sorry, are you okay to talk right now? The panic is finally kicking in. I'm shaking so bad. I need to talk to someone. Hey, you think I'll be okay? What if those guys secretly followed me home? Oh, but I have the model gun I got for self-defense, and my security system's top of the line, so I'm safe, right? You'll be fine. Where does all that confidence come from? Oh, but I do feel a little calmer now that I got to talk to you about it. Anyways, I'm so exhausted. I wish I could just crash, but I gotta do some research on these guys. Oh my god, I have to mod the fan site too. It's looking like another all-nighter. Thanks for listening though, through all that though. Okay, see ya.
Looks like we made a great miscalculation, inmate.
Oh, did you?
Contrary to our assumptions, it seems you have turned out to be quite promising.
Your powers continue to grow as your contractors. It seems the rehabilitation is proceeding at a fine rate.
It's going well.
You are quite the cautious one. Allow me to warn you on one matter. Being at the peak may mean you are mere moments from your downfall. Unexpected situations are necessary in a game, after all.
The dream again. What the hell? I'm human. I have to be. There's no way I was born like that. I won't let myself get worked up over some dream.
Good on you,
Sure,
Cat.
everything will be clear if we can get to the depths of mementos. Oh, my heart. Swoon!
Everyone's incompetent.
Man.
Now everyone.
Oh, free time. Exactly as I like it.
What's this about?
What do you want to do?
Let's read.
Wow.
That's annoying.
Yep.
Good old free time.
Well then.
No.
Oh.
Okay. I think. Well. Yeah, let's talk to the good boy Yusuke. So I'm gonna finish him off for sure.
I still have much to learn. I finally painted something that I can be satisfied with.
Oh, sweet.
Yes, this is the true heart of humanity. The title is Desire and Hope. What do you think?
It turned out well.
Well, I added aspects that were previously lacking. This light is all of you. The title lists hope, but in my mind, it's a much more concrete thing. I can't believe I didn't realize that until now.
You. It's a good painting.
Huh?
It's not trying to be eccentric for the sake of being eccentric, like the last time.
To think the same painting can change this much. So this is the answer you've come up with.
It is.
Desire and hope. I see. Beauty and ugliness. Humans are creatures that possess both. It seems you understand that.
What are you playing at?
You provoked Yusuke on purpose.
I apologize, although my intent was to encourage you. It was rather crude.
Still, I believe that this ploy needed to be done in order to ignite your competitive spirit.
But why would you do that? What's your objective?
I wanted to do something for you as another person who is free from Madarame's chains. That's all.
Really?
Madarame held a grudge against me for supposedly stealing his customers from him. To start, I couldn't get anyone to rent me space for exhibits. He caused me no end of hardship.
So that's why.
Yes, the heart of man is painted with desire, even if it's coated entirely in black at times.
Black. That's fitting.
However, it seems you have the strength to not look away from it. If only he had your strength.
Hey.
Madarame and I go back a long way. First as classmates, then as teachers at the same art school. He used to have a noble spirit. Said he wanted to aim for the top of the art world one day. But in the end, even the art world has its share of politics. Those who are cunning win. Our hearts were stained black in that manner. But the human heart is a strange thing. It can't completely separate black from white. I was shocked when I heard that he took you in. He never liked children, you see.
Oh?
Oh.
This happened just before we cut all ties from each other. But I got a call from him. He was panicking that nearby clinics were closed and that his kid had a fever.
Sensei.
Well, that was another aspect of it then.
Yeah.
I don't want any more losers like me, or misguided winners like him being born from this world. That's why I started this foundation. So how about it? Would you like our support? Without the overbearing marketing production, of course.
It's a truly kind offer. Thank you for your generosity. However, I must respectfully decline.
Huh. What makes you say that?
I am not Madarame. I won't be stained by desire. After all, I can see hope. If I am lost, they will extend their hands. If I'm wrong, they will chastise me. As long as I have my rays of hope to guide me, I will be fine.
Ha! Madarame really did have a good eye.
What a strange man.
You're a stranger, Yusuke.
For declining his offer? It is a tad wasteful of me to decline. Still, I believe it's for the best. I feel contradictory, but that's the human heart, correct? Interesting. That's exactly what I should be painting. It must have been troublesome dealing with me, but for some reason, I knew that you wouldn't abandon me until everything was said and done. Thank you, my friend.
Oh, he called me his friend. What a good boy.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thy bond thou hast.
All right. Persona within me has awakened to a new power. All right.
The new persona, sweet.
Now that I'm out of my slump, I need to make up for the time I wasn't able to paint. I reiterate my promise to you. I'll extend my assistance to you, should you ever stumble. Now then, shall we go? In order for me to learn more about the heart, we need to work hard on our thief business.
back.
Inmate.
No, I definitely didn't. Tama knows all about that.
Looks like this Okumura case is finally going to have a happy ending.
No,
All that we
I
have
shouldn't
to
see
do
much
now
more.
is wait for his change of heart.
Yeah, I'll go talk to Oya today. Oh, no, I already read that.
Oh, honey.
Hey! Got any news?
Yeah, I'll hang out, okay? Hey, it's my #1 guy. What kind of news you got for me? I'll smack you if it's not good enough. Hey, you sure you're okay? What do you mean? You worried about me, Lala-chan? You're usually kind of... Man, I haven't seen her drink this much in forever. What? I haven't been drinking at all, she says as she takes a sip. I'm totally not drunk. Having trouble at work? Ooh, you're a sharp kid. Truth is, my quota got doubled. It's gonna take like 4 times as much work to get that much done though. They're shackling me so I won't have time for anything else. My chief's such a shithead. He must not like you. Yep, that bastard probably knows something's up.
Damn it.
For this, I was starting to feel like a real journalist again. The rush of investigating Kaio's case, uncovering the dark secrets hidden away by a corrupt society, but now, it's gonna be impossible to run my investigation with this quota. That doesn't sound good. Of course it's not good, but what am I supposed to do? They'll file me if I can't reach my quota. Hey, Lala-chan, if they file me, can I live here? I still want my help my investigation though. The incident's over a year old, and the authorities aren't doing shit. Maybe Kaio really was the true culprit. You should trust in her. That goes without saying. I mean, if I don't, who will? Watch your temper. What am I doing? I mean, I'm the one who dragged Kaio into politics. It's my fault this ended up happening to her. You know, she started out in book publishing, mostly taking photos of nature and wild animals. She was a genius behind the camera though. That's why I thought she'd make the perfect partner for me. Hey, you can't blame yourself. Kaio-chan was just as sad as exposing the evils of society as you were. Isn't that right?
Shit.
But if I didn't get her involved in the first place... Damn it, that incident is all my fault. That's why I gotta get to the bottom of it. That's the spirit. Hell yeah. You know, it's weird how calm I get when I'm talking to you. It's almost like you actually understand me.
Sorry.
Oh, and I'm sorry for snapping at you earlier. The stress must have gotten to me. It's just all this quota business is driving me crazy. I'm gonna have to put all my focus on that for now. I'll still be counting on you for Phantom Thief stories though. As long as you're up for it, that is.
Alright.
I think I'm gonna have to ease off my investigation for a while too. I don't need any more eyes on me. But I might be able to ask some of my coworkers for help. Journalists would do anything for a scoop. Now then, I'll take any tidbits you have for me today. Hope you don't mind if I get back to drinking though. This whole conversation really sobered me up. Man, it's getting late. I'll see you later. Hey kid, thanks for spilling on the fantasies earlier. If I'm being serious, I mean genuinely, actually serious, I really appreciate you. I'm only able to meet my insane quota because of the info you give me on the Phantom Thieves. I'll dig up some more for you. Yep, keep it coming. You're seriously dependable, kid. But yeah, for now, guess I'll be— oh shit. Oh, whatever. I'll never give up on my own investigation. Okay, let's call it a day. Looking forward to your next big scoop.
Hey!
Oh, finally. I could read this one.
Wow! Oh!
Oh.
Now everyone. Do you know this one?
This one.
This is it.
Precisely.
Nice going!
Oh, should I talk to you? Yeah. Let's go talk to Makoto. It's time to finish her up. Finish her confidant up. Sweet.
So, I finally made up with Eiko. I think she knew it deep within her heart.
Eiko? That's how you pronounce it?
Something like that
Alright.
really helped her realize.
Yeah, wow. Your slapped word run with wonders.
Still not gonna let me forget that.
No, I'm not.
Oh, and she told me she quit her job. Right now she doesn't know what she wants to do, but she's going to go to college and figure things out. So in the end, Eiko's going to start seriously focusing on her studies again. I plan on doing the same as well.
You back to studying?
Yes. I thought there was no point in continuing my studies, but this time, I'm not seeking anyone's praise, and I'm not trying to show off my intelligence. I simply want to fulfill my own personal goals and dreams. For now, I didn't have a clear vision of what that meant. I was lost in life. But thanks to you, I finally come to realize it. My dream is to become a police commissioner.
Yes, an inspector of law and justice. It's fitting. She's just like Chie. That sounds difficult.
You're right. I will need an extensive academic background. There are too many incidents in this country that are never brought to light. That are villains who prey on the hearts of the weak with cowardly, legally questionable methods. My father risked his life trying to catch a group of those people. I will never forgive them. But I won't be able to eradicate them all on my own. Instead, I want to head an organization that will destroy the lawless and help rescue victims.
Your father would be proud.
I hope so. That is the justice I aim for. I also believe it will be a continuation of my father's legacy. Honestly, it's a little strange that I found the true meaning of my studies outside of my studies. Thank you for all your help. It must have been difficult babysitting the uptight Miss President, right?
No, it's pretty easy actually.
Just kidding. Even so, I'm glad I asked you. I think now I'll be able to see the world even more differently. Actually, I'm sure I can. Because I have you. I am thou, thy bond, thou hast...
All right.
By the way, you can rely on me for anything you need. I want us to be equals. Now then, in order to fulfill my dream, I'll need to be accepted into my first choice college. What a funny thought. Studying to become a head of police while working as a thief.
Yeah.
But perhaps it's not as contradictory as it seems. The objective is the same. Exposing the evil lurking in the dark shadows. So you see...
Do you want to study?
Well, I was thinking... maybe we could study some things we don't have experience in yet.
Ooh. I like the sound of
Would
that.
that be okay? I want to be with you. We still have some time before night falls.
Good on ya, Joker. Let's see. Baitsai. The gun is actually really important. Do the flash bomb, I don't really use that.
You're back.
You're back.
I get why Haru is worried. Don't worry. It'll be...
Actually, why? Yeah, it wouldn't work. Oh yeah, I have so much guts. Like I'm gonna do it, Scoob. So, you know everything, huh? What? Wait. That's the brat from your shop, isn't it? I should have known he was working with you.
Hey,
He's here as my witness today. Now listen, I'd be glad to keep my mouth shut about your failed deal if you stay away from my family. That includes me, Kaoru, and this kid here. Huh. So you're still sticking to the code even in retirement?
yeah.
Rules ain't meant to be broken. You're as sharp as ever, Mune. Glad to see you haven't lost your touch in your absence. I bet we would never have gotten duped by those Hong Kong motherfuckers if I still had you as my right-hand man. Instead, I'm stuck dealing with the mess that idiot Masa made for me. Hey kid, sorry for getting a respectable team like yourself wrapped up in our bullshit feud. I hope dealing with all this Yakuza business hasn't been too much for you. Yeah, that was fun. I did it all for your wife. Thanks, kid. Suda-san, I gotta be honest with you. This whole thing has been a real goddamn pain in the ass. But it's over. You're finished. I don't think you understand, Mune. You're the one who's finished. What? You're not the one who gets to make the decisions around here. The hell are you doing? I'm done playing nice with you. You're gonna make me what I need one way or another, Yawai. And if you can't do it fast, both your son and this little witness of yours are gonna pay for it.
What'd you say?
Christ, Suda! You're not some random thug off the street. You're supposed to be better than this. Times have changed, Mune. You've hung up on bullshit like pride and duty, but you know what? Nobody gives a fuck about your goddamn code of honor anymore. You bastard. Now listen to me, you little piece of shit. You're gonna make me those guns and you're gonna do it fast. Don't make me tell you again.
Shit.
Such a freaking idiot. That guy ain't the Suda I know. Based on what just happened here, I'm done for the second I give him the guns he's looking for. God damn it. Look kid, you should probably go. I don't got any more tasks for you. Just forget all this. I want to help you though. I appreciate the offer, but I really do. I just can't let you do that. I'm gonna make those guns for him. I gotta do what I can to protect Karu. If it means helping out that psychopath, so be it. He's been into a corner, he might end up dead. But I have an idea. You're such a heartless bastard. Tell me his name. Huh? What do you... Actually, it's probably best that you know. It's Akimisu Suda. He was famous around here for being an incredible martial artist back in the day. If you see him around town, run. Go to the police if you have to. They'll keep you safe so long as you tell them who's after you. You should be grateful. Anyway, we're done here. Thanks for all you've been giving me. And take care of yourself, kid.
Hey,
Yo.
Well
What should I do today? If I remember carefully... Make cafe. Yeah, why not? Let's go to the maid cafe. Yeah, I need to do this for an achievement.
welcome home. My goodness.
Yeah. 20 stamps. Omelet.
Absolutely. Hey. Here I go. Let's see. Oh, sorry about that. What did you say?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Let's see.
Oh, okay, I'll go on Saturdays.
Take care.
Alright.
Ah, you're back.
Let's wait for a... Well then.
What's on the TV today?
Hey, hey!
Yeah. By the fun set, I don't really need lockpicks, to be honest.
I see.
No one's available today. What should I do?
Hey,
Hey!
Let's keep reading.
make sure your clothes up.
Wow! Whoa.
What's wrong? Why me though?
Good morning.
Take a break.
I see.
I think I'll be fine with studies. Not yet. Oh, no, get back. Shit. Stop. There we go.
Welcome. Leave it to me. Okay. Thanks. Well, shall we begin?
Well, let's get started. For today's topic, let's see. I'd like to hear your opinion on these phantom thieves of hearts. The ones who steal their desires are criminals and reportedly force them to confess. Maybe it's a little hard to believe, but I guess I've taken an academic interest in them. They really are dedicated. I don't know about that. It's just a gut feeling I have. But I get the feeling the Phantom Thieves' work and my own research are rooted in the same principles. That's why I decided to analyze them from my own perspective. For example, there's the matter of the methods. According to those calling cards they send out, their stated method is to steal your desires. How is such a feat even possible? Any ideas, Amamiya-kun? How about you, Maruki? A question for a question, huh? That's unusual for you. But let's see. I suppose it'd be possible there was some material proxy for those desires.
Say,
Amamiya-kun, do you remember the story with the cookies? In that experiment, the desire for the cookies actually changed the way people tasted them. I think we can look at this in the same way. They are not something easily perceived, but desires have a tremendous effect on our cognition. Put another way, if that desire is gone, your cognitive perception of the cookie skews back to normal. So, does that remind you of anything? The change of heart.
right.
That's right, the Phantom Thief's own change of heart. That's the basis of my theory. Their theft of desire is not metaphorical, but something more direct. We still don't know exactly how they steal those desires, of course. But if this is the idea of physical, tangible desires can be actualized, I think I'd logically follow that they could be taken away. In a world of intangibles, let's say, a world composed of the contents of people's hearts. Well, they're thieves, so if they could perceive a world like that, they could steal desires like any other treasure. Hey, Mamiya-kun, you think I'm getting anywhere here? It's intriguing. You think so too, Amamiya-kun? Amamiya-kun? We could ask one of the Phantom Thieves themselves. I think I can construct a sort of hypothesis now. It feels like I'm just one step away from finishing this paper.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Now, today's mental training technique. How about something like this?
All right.
Oh, here. Never bad for a snack, right?
Well, see you.
Ah, you're back. Yo,
Hey! Oh!
Leave it to me.
So you remember those guys who pick up Akiyama-kun up? Well, it turns out they were really dangerous. I looked them up and found some seriously scary info. Apparently they're part of a game that's involved in extortion stuff like that all the time. I wish I had known that going in. One slip of the tongue in that act I pulled and I would have been dead. Yep, dead as a doornail. You showed some real courage though. Huh? You really think so? But I pissed all over myself while I was researching those guys. Honestly though, you're amazing. You weren't afraid in the slightest. Maybe it's only natural after all the nightmares you've been through. Yo, Mishima.
Hey.
Hi there. Whoa, it really is Mishima. Dude, right? Nobody else could be this boring. Hey, you figured out what you can do after high school?
It's just...
Not yet. How about the military? Nobody ever noticed a zero like you stealthing around. Too true. I bet you could sneak in anywhere, huh? You beat Japan's ultimate weapon. Shut up. Akiyama-kun. Huh? Is something wrong? Not exactly. Come on, let's just forget him. It's no fun messing with Mishima anymore. What do you mean no fun? You're always the one screwing with him the most. I don't know, I guess I got tired of it. Hey, about before. I've been thinking, well, I should probably thank you. Huh? Something happened with you too? You know, you have been acting weird lately, Akiyama. Don't think I ever noticed all them bruises you got.
No.
Before? I don't really know what you're talking about. Mishima? My bad. Guess it was someone else. You've changed though. Yo, glasses. I always see you two together. You've been coaching him? Something like that. That's so. I'm kinda jealous. Anyways, see you later. Wait up, Akiyama. It looks like Akiyama-kun's gonna be just fine. He's a pretty strong-willed guy. And I really have changed, huh? Do you think maybe now I'm starting to be like the Phantom Thieves? I'm gonna work even harder now to make sure I live up to your legacy. Alright. Oh shit, I skipped some stuff. You know, I always used to think I couldn't amount to anything, but I somehow managed to step up and help Akiyama-kun with those thugs, and made me realize there really are things I could do to save people. That's why I started writing a documentary on the Phantom Thieves. The research I did on that game Akiyama-kun was wrapped up in was actually what pushed me to do it. And now I'm basically putting together a massive log of all your activities from the fan side. I can't wait to watch it. That's some serious pressure, but I'll show you what I can do. I mean, I won a composition contest back in 5th grade, so this shouldn't be any more difficult, right? And anyway, we should celebrate today. My treat. Screw the phantom drinks, let's go straight for the fancy fruit juice. It's 3 times the price, so it's gotta be 3 times better. I'm feeling steak actually. But I only have so much money. If you want to order anything else, it has to come out of your own pocket, okay? Anyway, let's party till we have to go catch the last train. Woo!
See you later.
Catch you later. Woo! Woo! What is up? You still rocking into the night, Amamiya-chan? Sorry, I don't know the right thing to say after coming home from a party. But that was so fun, right? I've never stayed that late at a diner before. Do you think it's the power of that fancy fruit juice? I mean, it costs 3 times the usual price. Okay, I'll stop joking around. I think I'm just really happy to hear that one comment from Akiyama-kun. You heard what he said about me, but do you really think some part of me's changed? The sparkle in your eyes. What? Wait, really? You mean I actually look confident now? Gosh, man, you're gonna make me blush. But thank you. That documentary I mentioned, starting today, I'm gonna start writing it seriously. And once it's finished, I want you to be the first one to read the script. It's our promise. A vow between men, okay? See ya.
Wow! Hey! Now's our chance.
Yeah, I'll go talk to him.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. So today, I'd like to start off with a usual topic. Not... I had you going though, didn't I? Amamiya-kun, you're in for a real treat today. I know it's been a while since you've had one too. What do you mean? Good question. So recently I found this delicious looking buffet. It's apparently very well regarded, has all sorts of cuisines. Well, thanks to your input, I'm making some real progress on my paper. I'd like to take you to that buffet as my way of thanking you. How does that sound? Ooh, really? Of course. Honestly, I feel like this won't have even cover what I owe you after all you've done for me. Well then, that settles it then.
Okay.
We should head over there now before they get too busy.
Now.
Alright, now this is all on me today. No holding back. Eat as much as you please. Alright, thanks for the food. Dig in. Although, maybe I went a bit overboard for my first trip. Oh, right. Sorry, would you mind if I asked you about something before we eat? It's about my paper. Shibushawa? Huh? Baraki? I knew it! Shibushawa! In the flesh! What are you doing here? That's my rhyme. That's my line. It's rare to see you in a desert like this one. Oh? And who might this be? Oh, he's, how do I put it? I'm his pupil. Pupil? Are you teaching now or something? No, not exactly. Anyway, this is Amamiya-kun. Nice to meet you. I'm Shibusawa. Shibusawa is one of my colleagues back in college. He's the one who recommended I pursue a counseling career. And I hear it's doing you some good too. I catch wind of your goings on every day or so often. Honestly, it's a big relief. You have so much more compassion than most, but you can also be a bit too carefree. You didn't have to mention that part. Not that I could refute it. But anyway, tell me more about how you've been. Fill me in on this guy too. Oh, but aren't you here with others? What about them? It's fine. We just happened to swing by here. They won't mind my being away for a bit. And who do you think you two... And do you think you two are really going to be able to tackle all that food on your own? What? Oh, right. So you're a student at Sujin Academy, Amamiya-kun. They've been on the news an awful lot this year. And that's why you're counseling now? Yeah, but only part-time. So what are you two doing out of a place like this? This isn't some private counseling session, right? He's been giving me a hand with my research. I just brought him here as a thank you for all his help. Research? I had meant to mention this, but my paper is finally almost finished. Way to go.
Thank you.
It's all thanks to you, though. Paper? The one you were doing research for? You mean you're still? Yep, I'm still at it. Even after all of what went down. You remember what I told you? That if I finish this paper, no matter how long it took me. Maruki. You blow my mind sometimes. I swear, you gotta be the most stubborn man in the world. Is that supposed to be a compliment? And anyway, it's not 100% complete yet. I haven't even begun the peer review process. Oh, seriously? I'd be more than happy to review it for you. I mean, I did perform all the peer reviews for your publications in college. Huh? Really? Of course, man, why not? In fact, that's it. This is now officially a celebration. The bill's on me today. Oh, I couldn't do that. I'm supposed to be treating Amamiya-kun today. Oh, don't worry too much. Don't worry so much. Don't you want to congratulate him too, Amamiya-kun? Yeah. Let's celebrate. See? He's up for it too! I do appreciate it, but I have to say, I have mixed feelings about this. Oh, don't sweat the details. Come on, let's go for a second round. We gotta hit up the meat section, and the vegetables, and the beans!
That was great.
Whew, what a feast! I think I hit my caloric intake for the entire week. Yeah, man. Am I gonna get an earful for piling on the pounds? Hmm? By who? My girlfriend. Well, my fiancée to be more exact. I'm getting married soon. Ah, I see. Wait, married? Yep, married. Now you're the only one left from school who's still flying solo. Sorry to pry, but I feel like I need to ask. Are you still... Actually, forgot I said anything. You were gonna ask about Ruby, right? Don't worry, it's fine. Should I leave you two to talk? It's okay, there's no need. Ruby was my girlfriend back when I was still a student. Well, I was too spineless at the time and we broke up in the end.
Hold on.
It's not like it's a tragedy or anything though. She's totally happy now. It's just that I don't feel ready to enter another relationship with that sort right now. This was supposed to be a celebration, yet I've thoroughly killed the mood. Sorry about that. No, it's my bad for bringing it up in the first place. Why don't we wrap things up here? I have to say, it's really good to see you doing well, and with your paper almost finished too. Hey, Amamiya-kun, keep an eye on this guy for me, alright? I mean, it's pretty weird to see him open up to someone like he has with you. You're talking about me like I'm some sullen kid. But I do need to express my appreciation properly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for helping someone like me make their dream come true, Amamiya-kun.
Alright.
Well, should we get going? Don't forget to send me that paper, okay? I'm seriously gonna review it for you. Ha, I won't. I'll be in touch soon.
Be careful, okay?
Hey, it's me. I was supposed to treat you out today, huh? Sorry things didn't go as planned. Shibasha was always quick to offer me his help. Well, maybe it's because he knows I'm a little careless, though. He's a good friend. That's true. He's actually helped me out a lot. Running into Shibasha was quite a coincidence, but a very lucky one. He was the best in the department when it came to peer reviews. Maybe you're bringing me good luck with him too. Or maybe I'm just doing too much magical thinking. Well, see you later.
Back.
I can feel it.
Alright. Sweet, I got myself a little drink. Because I'm feeling kind of parched. Alright. Let's see who's available today. So, oh yeah. I want to check something. Yeah. Talk to the fortune teller. Okay. I need to catch up on her. Hang out with her.
Thank you.
I have a lot to show you today.
Here we go.
Look, mental training for sports, and building a successful business from the ground up. I even have a book about the secret to being a good listener. It was written by a hostess from a club in Ginza. Just picking out which books to bring took me half a day. I have tons more back home though. I started using these as reference materials for the advice I give to my clients. This way I can suggest new alternatives instead of leaving them resigned to their fates. You're such a hard worker. Of course. After all, I need to be able to advise my clients on their future selves. Anyways, what I really want to tell you is that I've arrived at a new fortune-telling philosophy. Those with strong convictions can in fact change fate. And as for the people I sold holy stones to, I started reading their fortunes free of charge. I'd like to return the money they gave me too, but did you spend it all? Well, am I interrupting?
What?
Yokura-san. It's been a while, maiden. What are you doing here? The chairman asked that I come see how things are going. And who are you? Oh, that's my apprentice. I haven't introduced him to the chairman yet. You're telling me you're so busy you need to hire an apprentice?
Oh.
Yes, he's been a wonderful help. I see. I guess I should expect such great foresight from you, maiden. Now then, I should be going. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry you had to see that. Maiden? That's, well, a nickname of sorts. Anyway, it's a private matter, Amamiya-san. Nothing you should concern yourself with. Wait, are you perhaps worried about me?
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so touched, honestly. My luck really improves when you're around, Amamiya-san. I know. In return for that, I'll predict your luck whenever you want. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Ma, it's already so late. I should close up for today.
Goodbye.
Good night, Amamiya-san. Amamiya-san. I can remember that. Okay.
Hey.
Ooh. Sweet. I'll read some more.
Wow.
What are your thoughts?
Hey there.
Did you oversleep?
Well, I know.
Oh, fine time for the ice cream truck. Ice cream man to come by. Probably the way it looks.
Man.
Oh, have you heard?
PBS.
I need an answer.
Phantom. Vibration. Syndrome.
This is it.
Good.
Oh, Futaba. Wait, actually. Let's do it.
Thanks.
Money. I'm not giving you any money. Oh, he's a gambler. Must go to them casinos, all the underground casinos I keep seeing in Yakuza.
This one's strong. Be careful.
Let's see, I have to think about this. Let me just do this.
All right.
Oh, what? I think I want this. Oh, come on, that's not fair.
Go down.
Okay, okay. Can't even hurt me. That's funny. Yeah, and now you're done for. There we go. I win.
Power courses through me. Seriously? I'm so embarrassed.
You're just a gambling addict.
Ah, you're back.
Yeah. Time to talk to Hifumi. And actually, I don't need... Actually, I don't need sun. I don't need this one. I need this one. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll talk for.
thank you very much.
Okay.
Actually,
Well, my mother finally talked to me. She told me that most of my matches thus far have been fixed in my favor. She also admitted that she was the one who sold that story to that weekly magazine. I had no idea. I feel so ashamed. For thinking back, I do recall some of my opponents making poor moves at odd times. I've always wanted people to recognize my shogi skills, but I suppose I never had any. I became so conceited as a result of all those fake victories. Why did my mother confess all of a sudden? It's as if she had a change of heart.
oh,
A change of heart? The Phantom Thieves? That can't be. Perhaps they eavesdropped on our conversation? I'm glad her heart changed. Yes. It was painful to hear the truth, but I'm glad that my mother had a change of heart. I've decided I'm not going to lose. Lose what? Oh, sorry, I was referring to the exhibition match. I'm going through with it as planned. However, before that, I'm going to confess everything. I know I receive a lot of criticism, but I must ensure the truth is known. This next match will showcase my true talents. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I hope you'll watch. As your teacher, I promise to put up a good fight so I don't embarrass myself.
Alright.
I would be lying if I told you that I'm not scared. My kingdom is a house of cards. I'm not sure if it can withstand a true battle. However, I intend to fight with dignity to the very end as a queen should. There's a new move I'd like to test out for the exhibition.
Look forward to it.
Will you stay for another game? Please come at me with all you have.
I'll start.
That is, if you can get past the valiant knights who guard my total kingdom.
Until next time.
It's me. May I have a little bit of your time? I was just a little curious about your thoughts, regarding my decision to reveal my fixed matches, that is. I support it. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. You're the reason I managed to make the decision after all. Our talks helped me realize I should play with the utmost sincerity. I'm sorry, I only wanted to convey my gratitude for you. I must prepare for my exhibition match, so I'll be going now. I'll see you at the church.
Why don't you try?
That one.
This is it. Very good.
Nice going.
No, wait a minute. Let's go talk to Maruki.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
You see,
There's actually something I wanted to talk to you about. I know this is a little personal, but you remember how my former girlfriend came up the other day? Really? Yeah. We were even engaged, if you can believe it. She was so cheerful. I mean, she could get pretty aggressive. She was always kind of hot-headed. Always so kind, too. She was the best thing that ever happened to me. I didn't deserve her, but if we had both shot, my life would have been so much happier than it had ever been. But reality's never that simple. A burglar broke into her family's home. Rumi and I had been busy. We were there to see what he had done to them. It was just bad luck. But it didn't end there. He must have been desperate to escape. He attacked Rumi on his way out. I was right there with her and I couldn't do anything. Pathetic, right? We were lucky Rumi's injuries weren't more severe. Her physical ones, at least. But the shock of the incident was too much. She had a mental breakdown. We talked about that, didn't we? How wounds of the heart aren't as straightforward as physical ones? She never really recovered from what happened, even after all this time. I kind of lost myself in that pain for a while, too.
Why?
She didn't deserve that. None of them did. None of them did anything wrong. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
When I saw her in that hospital bed, I made a vow. I swore that I'd do all I could to fight back against the unfairness of reality. So in something like that, I'd help. Like I said before, Rumi's in a better mental place now. She's happy. But the pain I felt back then, that's how this project was born. And thanks to you, I finally found the true goal of that research too. I don't care how long it takes me. I will make my dream come true. For Rumi's sake, of course. But for you too, Amamiya-kun. I honestly don't have the words to say what all this means to me. But I can at least say this. Thank you so much for everything. Thanks to you, I found my answer. And once it's ready, I hope you'll let me use it to help you find the happiness you deserve. My path is clear now. I think this will probably be the last time I come to you about the paper. Well, take care of yourself. It's not like we'll never see each other again. You never change, huh? I'll let you know when I finally finish that paper. When I do, I'll have to thank you one last time. You've helped me see my dream through. I owe you so much.
Now.
But for now, I should uphold my end of the deal. I've got a really special one for you today. I think you're ready for something on another level now. Such a strong bond of friendship for them.
Alright.
Okay, here we go. Also, there's one more thing I want to tell you, but I'll save until I finish my paper. I just hope you can forgive me for it.
Sorry.
Don't mind me. Sorry, that came out way too ominous.
Alright. Well, see you.
Oh, you're back. Oh, that was weird. I'll hold off on Soju. Let's finish off Mishima's confidant, because I'm just about finished.
You know, I've been thinking about what Akiyama-kun said to me. How I've changed. For some reason, I couldn't bring myself to run away back when I saved him. So, I was thinking why that may have been.
Did you find your answer?
Honestly, I was pretty desperate at the time, so I don't remember much. But in the back of my head, I was thinking what you would do in that situation. I mean, you put yourself on the line to stop Kamoshida, and probably other villains too. So, I thought there had to be something I could do myself.
That was courageous.
I was only acting out of fear, though. You know, I've always wanted to change. I wanted to go from a dull nobody everyone messes with to the famous world-renowned hero. But you helped me realize something important. Heroes aren't heroes because they're famous. It's because they fight for other people. Looking back on it, what I really wanted to change was the weak me. The me on the volleyball team who let wrongdoing go unpunished, even though I knew it was unjust. The cowardly me who looked the other way when people I knew were in need of help. Tell me the truth. I only changed because you stole my heart, right?
You changed yourself.
Huh? So the Phantom Thieves didn't make me have a change of heart?
Nope.
But you know what? It's still thanks to you that I was able to change. All this time, I've been looking up to the Phantom Thieves, pretending to be a collaborator. And now, I'm finally able to stop pretending. Truth be told, I had given up. I accepted that I was a zero, that my existence was meaningless. But I've learned. I may not be able to change the world, but I can change myself.
Whether I sulk about my inability to do anything, or hold my head high and look to the future,
My perception shapes the boundaries of my world. It all comes down to what's inside my heart. I might still mess up every so often, but as long as you're here, I'll be able to stand up again. So, I may not be the best person around, but you can feel free to rely on me at least sometimes. And no matter what the world says, I'll be rooting for you, just like you were for me.
Good, next XP game.
You know what? I'm going to find you an awesome request. That's all I can really do for you right now. But I'm working on that documentary too. I even plan on making it into a book someday. I'd bet anyone who reads about the Phantom Thieves would find the hidden courage within themselves. Maybe that means I can use that book to change people's hearts.
You have to write it first.
Alright, I'm on it. Oh, but before that, I'm hungry. Come on, let's grab a bite to eat on the way home. Maybe a buffet? Wait, no, we should save that for after I get all my book royalties. You better be looking forward to it.
Morning!
All I can do is wait.
No way, man! Let's get started.
Well...
What's this?
What do you want to do? Hey!
All right.
Hey!
All right.
Hey! Hey! Whoa. Oh!
Is that everything on book?
Apologies.
Yep.
What to do, what to do.
That's incredible.
What would you like?
Yeah.
Let's go to the theater.
Oh. Well, what's up? Oh. Well, what's up?
Welcome. Good luck.
Yes.
Damn, too late.
Okay. Yes.
Shit.
Hey, hey.
Oh, so close. Oh well.
Oh.
Good luck.
Okay. Oh.
Let's for it. Now. Damn.
Yes.
Wait, I have an idea. You. Oh. Oh well. At least I got all of them.
Here you go.
Hey, hey.
I'll keep playing. Let's go advanced.
Good luck.
Ooh. Oh, it's close.
Nice.
Shit. Well, I still hit it, so that's good. Come on. Down.
Nice. Yes.
Oh, yes! Home run. Now we're talking.
Nice.
Here you go. Here you go.
Sweet.
Nice going.
Okay.
Wanna head back?
Ah, you're back.
Oh, honey.
Hey! Well then.
I'm so exhausted. Thanks to my quota and that shithead chief. But I made some progress in my personal investigation. I did some research on the Phantom Thieves. I'm starting to get the impression they might actually be the real deal. No signs of an internal power struggle, no dirty money changed hands. I can kind of understand how someone like you became a fan. The more I get to know about the Phantom Thieves, the better I understand them. I can relate to their sincerity. It reminds me of how I used to be. I already know how firsthand that fighting the evils of society is a never-ending, thankless job. But I still do it nonetheless. I bet the Phantom Thieves show that same type of passion. I never thought I'd hear you talking about passion, Ichigo-chan. Maybe all this talk about the Phantom Thieves has influenced you. Or maybe it's just a kid. Maybe. I mean, he is a pretty big fan of theirs, so... Yes, this is Oya. That's right. What? You found Kaio? Where is she? What do you mean you can't tell me? Why the hell not? Hey, what's going on? Wait! Kaio... Could it be? That was one of my journalist friends. He thinks he found Kaio. He followed up on a pretty far-fetched string of rumors from me, but now he's saying he doesn't want to get involved. Damn it. Why the hell won't he tell me what's going on? I can't just give up now. At least that's progress. I mean, we didn't even know Kaio-chan was still alive before now, so... Stop right there. Huh? I knew it. You've been looking into Kaio's case behind my back. Well, not anymore. I've cut up all your resources. I suggest you drop this investigation if you don't want to face the consequences. Wait, you're the one who pressured my contact to keep trying? I told you. This is where your wild goose chase ends. Oh, and I'll be doubling your quota again. No more of this personal investigation, got it?
Huh?
What? Are you trying to kill me? Hey now, Mr. Chief, can you really do this? I don't think anyone asked for your opinion, bitch. Listen to me, Oya. Give it up, unless you want to end up like that stupid friend of yours. Don't talk about Kaio like that.
Stop messing around.
Don't you dare! If you even think about talking shit on Kaio again, I won't hesitate to beat the living crap out of you. Whoa, hold on. Take back everything you just said, or I'm gonna do even worse. No, it's too late now. The higher-ups have decided to put that incident to rest, and that's what we're doing. You understand? That spineless little bastard only cares about himself. Shit. This had to happen just as I got a new lead on Kaio. What should I do? Should I go knock him out? Don't let him provoke you. I know I'd be playing right into his hands if I let him get to me, but... God damn it. No, I need to stay calm. I can't give him any more reason to fire me. Just stay calm and think. Ugh, this sucks. Even greater quota is going to be a problem, but I can't give up now. I promise I won't stop fighting. I'll prove it to you with another great article. Exclusive, the Phantom Thieves stealing hearts and changing lives. Sorry, I really will try and calm down now.
Alright.
I'm still frustrated though. All that bullshit he said is really getting to me. I wish I was better at controlling my emotions, like you are. You're as charming as you are. Huh?
So...
Nobody's ever said anything that sweet to me before. More importantly, Ichigo-chan, how are you going to manage having your quota doubled? I'll just work twice as hard. I should be fine as long as I keep getting good info from my favorite source here.
Give me some news.
Oh, that reminds me. Let me hear all about today's scoop. Sup kid, thanks for bringing in all that good info. You're really the only reason I'm still surviving through my crazy quota. And it honestly helped that you were there with me earlier. If you weren't there, I would have just gone full blast on the chief, and that would have been it. But I finally got a lead on Kaio. I'll do whatever it takes to find her. That's the spirit. Right, I'm not gonna let this crap get me down. I'm made of tough stuff. Watch me, chief shithead. You're gonna be crying at my feet. Still, I do have my limits. I gotta do something about this insane quota. Well, I'll just come up with something. You just focus on getting me new info, okay? Okay, I'll see you soon. Night. Okay, now let's go talk to the kid. Sweet.
Hey.
I need to catch up on the kid. Okay. What the? You made the same mistake last time. What are you doing? Don't you get it? You can't just shoot all over the place. The king's so awesome at that game. Yeah, but he's got such a bad attitude. It's like he's bipolar. I wonder how long that high school's going to be able to keep up. God, you haven't got it better at all. When are you going to learn that your actions have consequences? It's really late. Thanks to you taking so long to figure it out. Don't compare me to you. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
I've always been good at shooting games, but I absolutely never want to lose that gun about, so I tend to get all heated up about it. It's time for all the elementary school kids to go home. Do you understand, little boy? Shut up. Do I need to call your mom? Fine, I'll leave, alright? What a rude employee. Seriously. I really wanted to keep playing. My house is so boring. No one's ever there and there's never anything to do. Adults and high schoolers are so lucky. They get to play all night long. Having that much time helps you get stronger. I wish I could play all day instead of going to school. I'd never lose another game. I really need to get strong, like the Phantom Thieves. Do you admire them? Of course I do. I want to be just as strong as they are. I believe in the Phantom Thieves and their strength. Yeah, I'll let them know.
Thank you.
That'd be great, thanks. Seriously though, I can't stop thinking about that employee. He was super annoying, huh? If he says something again, I might just have to use that move on him. That one I taught you, remember? You should use it sometime.
Alright.
Okay, here we go. Well, it's just a move in the game, so it won't work against actual people. I wish it did. Then I'd be stronger in real life. I need to be able to win in real life. I'm gonna head home.
Later.
Oh, hello? Amamiya-san. It's me, Shinya Oda. I was bored, so I thought I'd call. I forgot to mention earlier, but you gotta keep practicing even on single player, okay? Everyone sucks at first, but you can get good if you do it every day. So then I could beat you? Pfft, are you serious? Nah, you got a long way to go. I'm practicing a lot too. I wanna get as strong as the Phantom Thieves. Oh, my mom came home. I gotta hang up. Bye.
You're back.
Hey, hey!
Oh. Oh, now it tells me to fix. Actually, I should check something.
Welcome.
Damn. Actually, do I have it? I'm pretty sure I bought it already. PC tools. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I catch. Oh, actually. Yeah. See what Akechi is up to. Okay, yeah, he's busy. Yeah, let's go repair that PC kit. So I can get cool goodies.
Hey, hey! Nice! Yes!
Let's fix this laptop.
What are your thoughts? Then... Well then.
Actually, interesting.
Oh! Wow!
The Avengers.
Well... Well then.
ones people expect nothing out of. We are the Avengers!
You're back.
Well then. Hey, hey! Well then. I see.
Back to the ninja? Sounds funny. Recently, my reputation has really started shooting up. A lot of my clients leave happily now too. I haven't managed to use my own powers to alter some fates that have once seemed inevitable. I suppose all you really need to change fate is a strong will like what you have. I wish I could do more though. Are you on break right now, Mifumi-kun?
What?
Fukurai-san. So, are you the apprentice I felt so much? I've been wondering, why are you so interested in Mifumi-kun? Oh, I'm doing research for school. Well, we're trying to run a business here. Please finish this research of yours as soon as possible. That aside, I have to commend your judgment in choosing Mifumi-kun. Her fortunes are like a light, guiding lost lamps through the unending darkness ahead. By the way, Amamiya-san, this man here is Fukurai-san. He's, the chairman of the ADP. Oh right, you don't know about the ADP yet. It stands for Assembly of the Divine Power. Our goal is to relieve the hearts and minds of today's weary souls via healing events and seminars. We also sell holy stones, the well from which our divine power springs. They are a large part of our business. Fukurai-san, that reminds me. Yorika-kun was telling me you've been acting a little strange recently. More importantly, it seems you started falling behind on your Holy Stone sales quotas. Is everything okay? Yes, I'll cover the decrease in revenue of my fortune-telling fees. Fukurai-san, I'm not sure how effective these Holy Stones really are. Excuse me? Well... Do you remember who showed you the way when you arrived here from the countryside, lost and confused? Do you remember who saved you from being stuck working in a seedy club with no place to turn? It was me. Are you saying you no longer have trust in someone who's done so much for you? That's not it. Then enough of this skepticism. Just focus on continuing your role as the Maiden of Relief. Read the futures of those unfortunate souls who come to us and lead them to salvation with the Holy Stones. This has to be a joke. There is no salvation for those who joke. You don't want things to go back to how they were, do you, Mifumi-kun? Don't you remember breaking down in front of me? Telling me how everyone called you a monster. And if you don't carry your weight as the Maiden of Relief, you'll be exactly that. A monster. Leave her alone. Amamiya-san. Fine. If you want to spend your time fooling around with this child, go right ahead. But don't forget, Mifumi-kun, the ADP is the only place you'll ever belong. I've never actually worked at a nightclub. I did get tricked into walking into one though. Anyway, the chairman is known for exaggerating details. You must think I'm weird, huh? All this talk about me being a maiden or a monster? I don't know, you're just higher than me.
What?
Huh? Nobody's ever treated me so nicely before.
But...
By the way, it was pretty amazing how we stood up to the chairman back there. I would have never been able to talk to him about the holy stones had I been alone. But your strength helped me speak up. I need to be strong like you more often.
Alright.
Sweet. Even so, the chairman seems serious about the whole holy stone issue. He'll make me pay a fine if I don't meet my quotas, and there's a huge penalty for resigning from my post. I suppose my fate is impossible to change after all. Anyway, I should close up for today.
Until next time.
I'm sorry about today. I already know what I must do in order to change my fate, but whenever I face the chairman, I just can't find the courage to say what I need to. Be honest with yourself. Oh, you're absolutely right. Nothing will come of making excuses. I'm the only one who could change my weakness. You're so strong, Amamiya-san. I'm going to think about all this a little more. Thank you once again for today. I'll see you next time.
What? Excuse me, but could you please repeat that?
Now, nothing's been decided as of yet.
Uh-oh.
But at the rate that things are going, Yoshizawa-san's honor status could possibly be revoked. Something so serious should, of course, be brought to the attention of both her parents and yourself.
I've been told that her results at the latest meet were quite laudable. Isn't revoking her status as an honor student a bit of an overreaction on the school's part?
I understand how you feel, but, well, third place doesn't really cut it in this case. She needs to attain first place results for her exceptional status to be worthwhile. Don't get me wrong here. Personally, I think her results are impressive, but I suppose the argument could be made that if she's going to represent Shujin and receive special treatment, it's not enough. Please don't shoot the messenger here, okay? This is necessary to guarantee fairness across the entire student body. It's not as if you've been expelled or the like. Another meet's coming soon. Please try for the results the school wants to see.
Sir, putting excessive expectations on Yoshizawa-san will only be to her detriment.
Oh, that wasn't at all my intention. I just wanted to give her a little encouragement. Dr. Maruki, please continue serving the student body as counselor and providing support to Yoshizawa-san. This meeting was merely meant to express how the entire faculty will be supporting her. That's the reason I had you sit in today, Dr. Maruki.
Supporting her. I see.
At any rate, that's all I wanted to discuss with you today. Please keep in mind, these changes are all hypothetical, unless Yoshizawa-san doesn't provide better results. Well, I suppose we should wrap up here.
Excuse me.
What's wrong with Yoshizawa? Didn't she seem off to you? Oh, it's... Yoshizawa must have dropped it.
That's her charm.
Shoot, she's gone. Let's return it after school. We should at least send her a text so she knows where it is.
Maybe I left it in here.
How did Yoshizawa-san handle the news?
She seemed pretty downcast. I think it was quite the shock to her.
I truly hope this is what finally drives her to succeed. She needs to push herself beyond third place and bring home some stronger results. And soon.
Vice Principal, I know I've already told you this, but your approach here is going to affect her adversely. Trying to motivate her with harsh words is only going to give her more anxiety.
Dr. Maruki, we aren't running a charity. If she's going to receive special treatment, she needs to provide adequate results. Praising her until her head swells may be your idea of therapy, but we can't afford to just butter her up forever. We took in those sisters to improve Shujin's standing, but at this rate, we're only going to end up suffering for it. Not only have we lost one of them, but the other one's not doing us any good. Talk about a waste of effort.
Damn.
Sir. Oh, pardon me, but there's no denying. First with Mr. Kamoshida, now the principal's death. We've got our backs to the wall here. If this school doesn't bounce back soon, even my own ass will be on the line. That'll be all. Excuse me.
I just cannot understand. You.
Huh? Stars.
This is it. That's it.
Nice going.
Hello? Simple. I'm sorry. I just now noticed that you tried to reach me. My smartphone seems to be acting up again.
I can barely hear her. Can we meet up?
Odaiba, in front of the stadium, where we met before.
She's at the stadium?
She needs a new smartphone.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I guess her signal cut out. I couldn't hear everything, but it seems like she's at the stadium. She seemed to be acting unusually this morning, too. Do you think something happened?
Maybe she's depressed.
Like the last time we met her there? It's possible. Well, let's see how she's doing when we drop off her good luck charm. To Odaiba, right?
To Odaiba.
No connection. I should have gotten this thing replaced already. I'm so useless. I do nothing but cause trouble for Senpai, and even Dr. Maruki. I'm supposed to be the Kasumi Yoshizawa. Come on, I want to get a parfait.
Yeah, just a sec. I'm looking up a spot right now. It's supposed to be somewhere around here.
Ugh, you've gotten us totally lost. I don't recognize any of these places. What's that building even supposed to be, anyway?
I think they're building some kind of convention center. Or was it a research lab? What's it matter, anyway?
It's not a lab, it's a stadium. Hmm?
Beginning navigation.
Hey, is that... What the... This atmosphere... Is this a palace? But we never activated the nav. Wait. Do you think it was Yoshizawa?
Oh no. Could she have the nav?
It's a possibility. She wasn't anywhere near us when we slipped into this palace. She can't fight like we do. We have to find her.
Shit.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
It's something I feel in an S&T game, to be honest. Very sneaky. Oh shit. Aha!
Oh! Was that Yoshizawa?
That didn't sound good.
Stay.
Let's go. Wee. Sweet.
Why? How are you here? Who's that? Is she a cognitive being? It's my fault. What? Come on. You must. Kasumi. Stop! Stop it! You must. Hurry! Yoshizawa's in trouble!
Heresy! You dare to spurn our Lord's mercy!
Are you alright, Yoshizawa?
We came to save you.
That voice... Senpai? Looks like that thing's ready to rumble.
Accept yourself. Our Lord laments the foolishness of earth.
What are you talking about? I heard the school moved her exam period. It must be nice getting perks like that. Where are these voices? Her whole I'm not bothered routine really pisses me off sometimes. Getting special treatment is like whatever if it's deserved. But did you think she's that's...
I understand how you feel, but, well, third place doesn't really cut it in this case. She needs to attain first place results for her exceptional status to be worthwhile.
Not only have we lost one, but the other ones are missing. It's delivered.
I've had enough of this. Yoshizawa?
You're telling me I'm not cutting it? As if I don't know that better than anyone! Still, I don't care what anyone says about me. I will not tolerate anyone speaking ill of our dream!
Awakening time.
It's all in your best interest. Filling my life with this pressure. Demanding the results that you want.
Yoshizawa? Could she be?
And now you're all branding me a failure? Let me remind you who you're talking to. I am Kasumi Yoshizawa!
So rather than accept a life in cinders, you'd strive towards splendor. You know the risk. Well, if those really are the shoes you've chosen, then we'll dance to the end.
This has got to be...
Dude, look at this magical transformation.
Look at that!
I am thou, thou art I. Accept this contract, the spell cast upon you.
I request we have a rematch. This time, I'm going all in with Cendrillon!
We'll show you the way to do this. Nothing too reckless, okay?
Thank you. Please do. Let's dance! Cendrillon! Dazzle me!
Sona, let's go. You're mine.
They're done for.
Be weak anymore.
Whoa, I'm quite impressed. Considering how you just awakened to your persona and all.
Senpai, right?
No, I'm actually Kami. Yeah. How'd you know?
I could tell from your voice and your posture.
See, why don't more people realize that you could just tell who someone is just by their voice?
By the way, why are we dressed like this now?
Curious, eh?
Well, of course. This has to be awfully confusing for her. Looks like they found us.
Well, like, we better skedaddle, man.
Quick, we can explain later.
Follow my lead.
Right.
Okay.
We're back at... Huh? My clothes changed back to normal too.
This was your location before you entered the metaverse. We all just came back.
Came back? Did we go somewhere?
About that.
Please, tell me anything you might know about what's going on. I need to know what just happened to me.
I know how you feel, but what should we do?
I don't see any alternative.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll tell you everything from the beginning.
Thank you. A metaverse with palaces and personas.
I'm sure it's not easy to wrap your head around all of this in one go.
Normally I wouldn't believe any of that, but after seeing it all for myself... But wow, you're so good at explaining things, Mr. Kitty.
I'll let that last part slide this time.
Shut up,
But
cat.
isn't there something else that should be surprising you? Huh?
A cat talking?
Yeesh, took you long enough.
Took you long enough, and I am not a cat. I am Morgana.
I see. Well, since you seem to know a lot more about this than I do, maybe I should call you Morgana-senpai.
Oh, that's right. Don't you have something for her?
Oh yeah, you dropped this earlier.
You came all this way to return this? Thank you so much.
You didn't seem your usual self this morning. Did something happen?
Well, I didn't get a chance to tell you yet, but I got 3rd place in the last meet.
Oh, I knew that.
Of course I'm not happy about it, but it looks like the school is even more displeased. I was summoned to the guidance office this morning. I was warned that the school might revoke my honors status if I don't improve my results soon. It would be due to my own inability to succeed in gymnastics, so I have to say it's not an unfair consequence, but I also overheard the vice principal talking about how I'm a useless waste of effort. And I dragged Dr. Maruki into this mess too, since he was with me when I got the news. That's what really got to me.
That's a tough break.
So I ended up coming here. And then all of a sudden, I was in that place we just left. But I'll be just fine now. I feel like whatever happened in there helped me to get over it. I'm going to realize my dream for sure.
Seems like you really are on the up and up now. But then again, how did Yoshizawa end up finding a palace in the first place? It sounds like it was pure coincidence based on what she's told us.
Her smartphone, perhaps?
What about my phone?
Well, I suppose that makes the most sense. Hey, do you mind if we take a quick look at your phone? If the nav's on there, we'd be able to tell whose palace that was with the search history.
Sure, it's right. Sorry, this won't do any good.
Why's that?
The battery's dead. It's been acting up for a while now, so that could have something to do with it.
Oh, really? Shouldn't you get that checked out? Well, it's not like that was a palace we've been after, so I guess it's no big deal. We couldn't make its ruler our target unless we reached a unanimous decision anyway.
Okay, I've been meaning to ask. Are you two part of the Phantom Thieves?
Well, no, we're part of the investigation team. Yeah, that's the place. That's the name. Yeah, you caught us.
I knew it. Wait, that means when we were at the cafe with Akechi-san, I basically told the Phantom Thieves themselves that I don't agree with what they're doing. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it. With that out of the way, what's your call?
About Kasumi?
That's right. Considering how she did back there, don't you think she'd make a worthy addition to the Phantom Thieves?
So, you mean you want me to join the Phantom Thieves?
Yeah, but that's what he said.
In a nutshell, yeah. You've awakened to your persona, you're aware of the existence of palaces. And from the looks of things, you've got quite the potential. If you're willing to join us, we'd be glad to have you.
I see.
You don't have to give us an answer right now. I mean, you probably shouldn't make any decisions until you learn more about what it is we're actually doing.
Thank you, but I'm sorry. I have to turn down your offer.
Cool. So we'll head home for now and... What?
When I awakened to my, persona, was it? I can't keep obsessing over my shortcomings in gymnastics like this. So that's why I can't join you at the moment.
Because you need to focus on your gymnastics.
I'm truly sorry to say no after all you've done for me.
Well, that's just like you, Kasumi.
Thank you. But I think I'd only cause you all more trouble if I were to to join up without being totally invested in it. Of course, I won't say a word about this to anyone.
I'm glad you catch on so quickly. Well, if you ever change your mind about us, just let us know.
Thank you, Morgana-senpai. If that ever happens, I'll get in touch right away.
Yes.
I should extend the same gratitude to you as well, senpai. I swear, one day I will repay you for helping me out in so many ways. Shall we get going? Quite a lot's happened today, but I have a feeling I'll try harder than ever before starting tomorrow.
I'm glad to hear it.
Well, see you later.
I mean...
Hey.
Wow! Let's go to bed.
Oh, you pee. Okay, fine. I'll be waiting. There's nothing we can do.
Good morning. Regarding my father, there isn't anything different about him yet. I can't help but think about a lot of things when I'm just waiting. Things like, did it go well?
No need to worry.
Thanks. Hearing that from you puts my mind at ease. I guess I'll relax and look after the flower bed. I haven't been able to for a while.
The Phantom Thieves are amazing.
Yeah.
Does in the end, what a ripoff.
Thank you very much. Whoa! Now then. Congratulations. Please come again. I knew you could do it. Nice. Want to head back?
Let's unlock another mementos quest. Oh, my back. Well, say something. You seem tired. You can tell. Well, I guess it is pretty obvious. Pulling these consecutive all-nighters is really wearing me down. At this rate, you're gonna work yourself to death. You'll be meeting your quota, right? Of course! But finally if I show any signs of weakness. The chief really wants me to mess up, but I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction. He's like some kind of tyrant. Tell me about it. It's a... Okay. It's a race to see whether I can find Kaio before he crushes me. That's not good. Shouldn't you do something about the chief before you keep chasing Kaio-chan's case? There's nothing I could do about a guy like that. He's run into the core. And despite how he acts, the higher-ups like him. I have no one to go to. It's over. Yeah, he didn't seem like the kind of guy to change his mind. But at this rate, you won't be able to continue your investigation. What do you think, kid? I'm gonna die. What's the chief's name? Why? You're gonna try to find his weakness? His name is Shinpei Honjo. I heard that he's a good husband and he used to cover economic foreign policy. I know it's just me overthinking things, but he's in your face, you know. Don't go trying anything heroic. She's saying this for your own good. Got it, kid? I wonder what Kaio is. Sorry, but I don't feel like getting any info from you today.
Sorry.
Thanks for coming all the way out here, though. I'll see you around. Yeah, why not? I got him metals.
Okay.
Class is starting.
Well...
What's going on?
What do you want to do? Oh.
Sweet.
Waste of my time.
Yep. Let's go. Everyone's here. Listen up. I'm on board. Listen up. The hell? Nice. Listen up.
What did you say?
Nice. Yep.
Nah, not yet.
Huh?
Oh wait, let's talk to Futaba. What's up?
Nothing to do.
We did well, Futaba.
All right.
Akihabara was lots of fun. I think I want to try going somewhere else sometime. It seriously sounds like Sojiro wants me to go back to school. But online classes are better for studying. I wouldn't even have to leave the house. That's a great idea. Ain't it? I can attend classes without even getting out of bed. Though, I don't know if Sojiro would really consider that going to school. School. To be honest, I really do want to go back. Do you think I'll be able to? If we work together.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my best.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I should make a promise list. My mom used to have me do that all the time. She'd write all my goals for the month, like cleaning the house or running errands for her. Then when I finished one, she'd mark it off with a big stamp. She always used to write comments too. Those were the best. Oh, and once I finished all my goals, she would take a day off work to spend time with me. It's decided then. I'm gonna make a promise list. Time to get my ideas ready. All done. So, these are my promises. 1. Go somewhere with lots of people. Getting used to big crowds is key. 2. Go to school. I want to see what the inside of a normal high school looks like. 3. Learn about my generation. I definitely need more info. 4. Have a normal conversation with a stranger my age. How's that? Sounds good to me.
Settled.
I'm not setting a deadline for this, by the way. I want to try and finish all of them someday. You're gonna have to help me though. I'll work even harder with my navigation in return.
Alright.
So, if I finish all the promises, do you think I could have a reward? I know it's kind of weird to ask, but having a reward waiting at the finish line will totally push me onward. Anyway, I got this. Though I'm kind of exhausted from making a list, so... tomorrow. I got this tomorrow.
Okay.
What? I'm gonna make like a hedgehog and roll out of here. Huh? Oh, holy! It is I! Thanks for spending time with me today. Taking out the promise list brought back memories of when I worked on it with my mom. Hey, if I finish the promise list and start going to school, do you think it'd make Sojiro happy? I bet it will. Right? Okay, that's another reason I gotta work at this. I wanted to think of something I could for Sojiro, but that's all I got for now. But first I gotta finish this promise list. Doing this alone will be like omega hard, like trying to solo a final boss. But now I got you in my party. I'm counting on you. So yeah, I'm stoked. Let's start Phantom Quest 4, Chapters of the Thieves. Sure, we got a party of only 2, but don't worry about that. Bye for now.
Ah, you're back.
The one behind the mental shutdowns. It has to be someone dangerous now that we're getting... Hey!
Yeah, how about a lesson? But first, let me go to Kichijoji.
Just had to rain.
Welcome.
Let's finish Shifumi up. Well, actually, not quite. I'm technically rank 9. Well, about to get to rank 9.
I look forward to it.
Damn. Okay, well, next day then.
Hey!
Hmm?
What are your thoughts?
Textbooks open to page... What is the answer?
This is it.
Correct.
Nice going! That means...
Who should I hang out with? The kid.
Hey!
By the way, have you eaten yet? I'm starving. Let's go eat.
Really?
Okay.
Let's go.
Yo, I'm stuffed. I gotta eat good because I'm fighting a war. Didn't I tell you? I've been having serious battles with kids at school. They attack me in large numbers, so I can't let my guard down. All they did today was throw eraser crumbs into my lunch, though, so I won that round. You shouldn't waste food. Tell that to the kids who did it. I'm on the defensive right now, but I'm looking for a chance to counterattack. I could finish them in a second if I put my mind to it. It's just that now's not the time. It gets kind of annoying having to watch my back all the time, though. Maybe I can ask a fan of these to take care of him. Your food is here, sweetheart. Well, today you lost. So that means you just have to try harder next time. Now eat up and feel better. You're not mad? Of course not. You did your best, and that's all that counts. Now, no more crying.
Wrong.
What a joke. Once you lose, it's over. That's what my mom told me. My mom's fighting with my school about how classes are taught, the way they treat students, the size of the classes. Since the divorce, my mom's been taking care of me all by herself. She says it's exhausting. She leaves really early to go home to go to work. Then she comes home really late to take care of me. It's no wonder she demands so much from the school, you know? But all my classmates make fun of her and call her a complainer. When I tell them to stop, they call me a mama's boy. That's how the war started. My mom gets made fun of because I'm weak. That's why I gotta get stronger. That's the spirit.
Thanks.
Well, the fan at least would laugh at me if I lost now. But I got a long way to go. Oh, before I forget, I need to show you something. Don't tell anyone about this, okay? But I'm gonna show you a guaranteed way to win.
All right.
I wish I could be a member of the Phantom Thieves and help them defeat the bad guys in the world. Oh, I guess it's kind of late. I guess I should go home.
Later.
We just talked a bunch about me today, so you gotta tell me more about the Phantom Thieves next time. Maybe we can go eat something again while we're at it. Sure. Really? Thanks, Amamiya-san. Now that I think about it, it's been a while since I went out to eat with anyone but my mom. Okay, let's go get some hamburger steak next time. It's my favorite food. To think of it, Mom hasn't made hamburger steak in a while either. But she seems super busy, so not much I could do, I guess. I wonder if she's coming home late again tonight. Okay, bye, Amamiya-san. Amamiya-san, I'll see you at the arcade. Oh, you're back. No, that's a day. Soldier time. Oh. Okay. Here we go.
Thanks.
Curry time. Sorry, we're closed for Sojo Sakurai, I presume? Our apologies for coming in so late. We're investigators from the Domestic Affairs Court. We received a report that one of your customers was assaulted by the probationer residing here. Moreover, this report stated that you were abusing your child, Futaba-san. No, we didn't make it. Uncle sent his report to the police before we could make him have a change of heart. However, the anonymity of the report has led us to question the validity of its content. May we have a word? Fine by me. I've got nothing to hide. Please, take a seat. You're saying the report was falsified?
Yeah.
It's true that Futaba was living as a shut-in, but she overcame that weakness under her own power. And I would never abuse her, she's like a daughter to me. And what about the assault claim? His criminal record points to a history of such violence.
That's not true.
You're wrong. That kid never laid a finger at that guy. He just stood in the way to try to protect Futaba. To be honest, Amamiya-kun, we looked into your current reputation at school, and it seems there have been no issues whatsoever. Now, it's our job to make sure children like you are safe. How is it living with Sakura-san? Please, you can speak honestly. It's great. Well, there you have it. And what do you think, Futaba-san? I'm okay. I couldn't go out for a while, but everyone helped me get better. I'm not afraid anymore. That's why I'm really happy living with my dad. Futaba. I see. It's quite obvious there was no truth to the report we received. I don't think we'll need to schedule any additional check-ins for Amamiya-san either. You sure about this? Were they attempting to deceive us, they wouldn't have been nearly so earnest. Besides, we needed only some to reaffirm my suspicions. These children are the real victims here. The truth of these things will be clearer to you once you have a little more experience. Anyway, thank you for your cooperation. We'll see ourselves out. Sojiro, we did it! Sojiro? Are you crying? Don't be stupid. I'm just sweating, that's all. Uh-huh, sure. Sweating from your eyes. This is cause you punks had to go and say all that cheesy stuff. It wasn't cheesy, it was the truth. Anyways, I hunger! Give me some curry! So much for the sentimental moment. Alright, sit your butts down. This is where you two belong. Come on, Ren. It's time to eat. Oh, and Futaba? What did you say before when you called me your dad? Do you think you could say that again? Sorry, I didn't catch that. My stomach was too grumbly. What'd you say? Oh, never mind. Sorry, you got time right now? I just wanted to talk. It's hard to say some things right in front of Futaba. So, she called me dad. Hell of a title. Not one I thought I'd ever get, but it's kinda nice having someone to sit and eat with, especially when she's such a big fan of my cooking. God, I'm a joke. Getting all sentimental like this at my age? Well, you two are already family. It's what I've always wanted to see. Well, it's pretty late. Sorry to make you listen through all that. Still, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little sappiness now and then, even from an old grub like me. Alright, I'm gonna head to sleep. Don't catch a cold, okay? See you.
Now's our chance. That's incredible.
How can I help you?
Yeah.
What would you like?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Let's go to the gym. Get some gains. Oh, actually, got a better idea. Pomade. Let's go to the temple.
What do you want to do? Okay. Wow. Ah. Hey. Hey.
Damn call alarms.
All right.
Want to head back?
Ah, you're back.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Well done. Hey! Hey, hey! I'm okay! Sweat it and you'll regret it. Yes. Huh? What? For real?
Ah.
Leave it to me. Your turn now.
Get to the fourth crown. Okay, I can do this. Let's go 18.
Okay.
16. 17. Okay, 24 works, I guess.
Leave it to me.
The target is a pumpkin.
Huh? What?
Oh shit. There we go.
Oh. What do you think?
How are things so far? Okay.
What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right. I know you can do it.
Oh shit, I didn't even wake up Topper.
Yes.
Damn, I fucked up there. Oh well. Those next time.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. All right then. My turn now. Give it your all. You're correct. Yes. My turn now. This is... I see.
All right.
Superb. I think I get it now. Nice. I had so much fun. That should do it for now. Goodbye.
How are the Phantom Thieves doing? Sounds like they had another success, huh? That's cool. The war's still going on. It's probably because they think I'm weak. If only I was as strong as the Phantom Thieves. Hey kid, you may be small, but you played a fair game. What? So being big is better? Ha, my bad. I didn't mean it like that. I just thought you should be friends, since we're both gamers. The name's Takekuma. I make a living from gaming, more or less. Ever heard of me? Huh? Takekuma, the pro gamer? Yeah, you're the guy from all those videos online. And you're the one they call the king, huh, right? I've always wanted to play you. But I don't know if it's a good idea. I mean, if I beat you, your rank will definitely drop. And I don't need people bashing you for bullying a kid.
You bastard!
You just called me weak. That's it, we're playing. I won't lose. As I expected of the king. Okay, let's get this started. I'm gonna win. I have to. How? The king is getting destroyed. That's Takekuma, isn't it? He's awesome. I missed. The king lost. That doesn't count. Let's play again. You got it. Wow, that's 10 losses in a row. That king got slaughtered. Ah, that's hilarious. One more game. No matter how many times you play it, the end result will be the same. We should probably stop for your sake. Shut up! You cheated, didn't you? Yeah, you tell him. Man, I guess the king is a little kid after all. Looks like I overestimated your ability. I feel bad beating you again, so I'm gonna go. Maybe you should practice for the next time you play. Damn it. You've got to be kidding me. Get your revenge. I will. I'm the one who's gonna win in the end. If I lose, it's all over for me. I'm gonna beat him next time for sure. This isn't over. The strongest always win in the end, just like the Phantom Thieves. Watch. I'll win for sure next time. I'm not a loser, you'll see.
Alright.
Oh crap, it's late. I gotta go. Man, that Takekuma though, telling me to practice for the next time. Grown-ups shouldn't spend so much time playing video games.
Bye.
Ah, you're back.
Oh yes, let's do this.
Thank you.
Give it all you got.
Yes.
Of course. Well, it's time. I have to go to the venue. You won't be able to go inside the match room, but you can watch over the internet if you like.
All right.
No, I should be going. Is this the end of the road for the phony princess? She's getting pushed back quite a bit, It's only a matter of time now. Oh, now that was a masterful play. Perhaps the skills are the genuine article. Oh, that's not good. The next move will surely result in checkmate. I'm thinking Phony Princess real defeat as the headline for our next article. I concede. I was utterly destroyed out there. It was as if an ant had challenged an elephant. A shogi player should know her limits. That was the first time I ever forfeited a match. I was so ashamed of myself, I didn't want to hurt the pieces any longer. A very queenly decision. You remember, one must concede defeat with grace, maintaining dignity until the very end, as a queen should. But I confess, I am confused. I mean, naturally I am disappointed that I lost. But I still feel happy, as if a demon has been purged from me. The moment I realized that victory was possible, I felt a strange peace. What's important is what I do from this point on. I played so disgracefully in front of you. Perhaps you can just view it as an example of what not to do. And there are times that, and understand that there are times which require one to forfeit with valor and grace.
All right.
I've been thinking about this for a while. Let's make today your last lesson. Spending time with me has only brought you pain. So this is goodbye. Well, I want to stay by your side.
Huh?
Huh? What are you... You're just trying to comfort me because I lost, right? But please stop. I'm the phony princess. I mean, I lied to everyone. And yet, you want to be by my side? I don't think I have to worry about that. I want us to date. Really? You really feel that way? If that's what you truly want, I will become a woman who's worthy of you. I look forward to our relationship blossoming in the many years ahead of us. Oh, what in the world am I saying? There's no turning back now. Greetings. Hifumi Toga speaking. That is to say, your suitor? Suitress? Paramour? I don't know what I'm saying. I forfeit this match. Allow me to start over. I've been thinking this entire time about how things would have been if I kept playing shogi according to my mother's strategy. I couldn't enjoy the transient empty success, but when I looked 2-3 moves ahead, I saw myself in incessant hell, playing to a purgatorial Pyrrhic shogi, unable to ever win or lose. I would have probably ended up hating shogi, perhaps even given up on life. But I had you, and through our mutual revelations, I was saved. So thank you. Anything for you. An indescribable joy. I will work hard to become a woman worthy of you. Oh, I wish I could keep talking with you, but it's getting late. Well then, good night.
All right.
New hangout spot unlocked. Okay. Sweet. Did you see that limited edition model? They're so high quality, way better than cheapos. That subtle facial expressions, even the little wrinkles on the clothes. I want it so bad, but you could get sushi 10 times for that kind of money. Better start saving. Saving up, huh? I guess that's the safest way to do it, but how many litres of allowance would I need? Fine, I guess I'll just have to settle for staring at it. Okay, next up. Wait a sec. That guy's definitely bad news. I mean, I don't want to say he's Yakuza, but... Listen, let's just wait for him to leave. Don't make eye contact, okay? Oh, he's not that scary. Well, look who it is. Hey, didn't think I bumped into you here. He's talking to us? We're dead. Who's the little lady? Basically my sister. Basically, huh? Sounds complicated. Still, not like I'm in a place to judge. You know this guy? He's my boss. Huh, what, like for a job? I guess you could say that. Was they, like, that military story? Oh, you know it? Yeah, I mean, yes sir. Relax, kid. I don't bite. You here on business? Oh, me and these guys should go way back. They distribute some of my wares here. Wares? What about that model gun in the second floor display case? Oh, huh? Yeah, that's probably one of our orders. The level of detailing in that one was crazy. Like the barrel shape and even the metal texturing was perfect. That kind of authenticity is hard to find. Whoa, you know your stuff, little lady. You don't drop by the stops sometimes. I got plenty more models for someone who can appreciate them. Really? Yeah, really. See you around, kid. He's kind of scary looking, but he seems like a nice guy. Oh, you're back.
Now then. Oh. What shall we do? Here we go. What do you think? Let's go. Wow.
I see. The prices at a used bookstore are so low. There's a lot here. Which ones would be good for as reference? Books on business. Aha! A how-to book by someone successful. I do get people asking for work fortunes, but since I've never had one or a normal job, I didn't know what to say sometimes. Those would definitely be worth reading. Also, you know those self-help books? With those, you feel like just reading them is enough. You end up not actually helping yourself. I like to know the ideas expressed in those books, and use them to help my customers. That used bookstore sign says Study of Destiny. What? A fortune-telling specific shop? I'm obvious on, let's go check it out.
Hey,
Hey. Hey. Hey.
I can't stop thinking about my battle with Takakuma. I mean, I couldn't do anything to him. There's just no way. He must have rigged it. Right? He must have done something to win. I've heard rumors about Takakuma. People say he uses cheat armor. You know what that is, right? He totally broke the rules by equipping it. I bet that's why my usual shots didn't work against him. That has to be the reason. But the next time we play, I'm definitely gonna demolish him. I'm sure you could do it. Yep, even the Phantom Thieves have made a comeback victory against Medjet. I'm gonna win next time. Just watch.
Hey.
The thing is, I told my mom about what happened with Takakuma, but she didn't really care. All she said was, okay. It's probably because I lost. She doesn't like kids who lose. My mom once told me that we need to be strong because it's just the two of us. She said no one helps the weak, they just get preyed on. That's why I want to get stronger. Strong enough that we won't get preyed on. Strong enough that we'd be the predators. That's exactly who the Phantom Thieves are, the strongest, who can prey on anyone. Once I become the strongest, my mom will be able to count on me. The only way I can win is through games. That's why I can't lose. What should I do about Takakuma's armor? The strategy I used last time didn't work. You need a new strategy. Of course! I'm definitely gonna win next time. Thanks. You're kind of like a big brother to me. I can talk to you about anything. I heard that's what it's like to have a sibling. Alright.
Alright.
Takakuma better watch out. Crap, look at the time. I gotta go.
Later.
Oh, Amamiya-san. I appreciate your input in that issue today. I sound like a grown-up, huh? Yeah, my mom says that a lot on her conference calls. That Takakuma, even thinking about him pisses me off. I'll beat him next time for sure. But since he might be cheating, no more training isn't gonna cut it. I gotta think of a new strategy next time I challenge him. Think you could take him? I don't know yet. I just need some time to think. I feel like I'm right on the edge of a good idea. Once I figured everything out, you should come train with me. I gotta be the best, or else my mom won't. Well, I'll definitely win next time. See ya!
Ah, you're back.
Everything should work out, assuming it happened.
Haha!
Good evening. I look forward to it.
It's a good stimulator, huh?
Yes.
Because of your new moves. New opportunities. You're like a shogi piece full of endless moves. I wonder what kind of person you will become. Just imagining all the possibilities, it's fun. I'm starting to get the feeling that a new move will come to me. Well then, now that we feel refreshed, let us play fair and square.
Okay, let's end here for today. guess that has to at least... If he's still asleep at the...
You.
That one.
This is it.
Nice going!
All right, that's it for today.
It's finally lunchtime. Man, I'm really in the mood for some bread today.
Hey, can I speak with you for a moment? So about Dr. Maruki's counseling, you've already gone to see him, right?
Yeah.
I see. That's good then. I'm sure you're aware, but Dr. Maruki's term here will be ending pretty soon. The higher-ups told me to make sure you've received adequate counseling. Be sure to visit him so you don't bring any unwanted attention to yourself, okay?
Counseling, eh? But anyway, let's go get lunch. Bring on the bread!
Senpai, so nice to see you.
How you been?
I've been doing quite well. Are you also about to eat lunch, Senpai? If it's all right with you, would you mind eating together?
Good idea.
Ah, how nice to see you two together.
Oh, would you like to join us for lunch, Dr. Maruki? We were just discussing eating together.
Are you sure? Well, maybe I will tag along then. Is that your lunch, Yoshizawa-san?
Well, she is an athlete.
That doesn't really...
I have to eat this much to stay active. I always burn through everything I eat. From my point of view, it's your two lunches that are the issue here. If you're going to strengthen your body, you have to eat right. You should really work on your diet.
Touche. And you're right, yours does look nutritious. You know, you seem to be giving off a different vibe lately.
Yes, I was able to put my problems in the past and move on.
Ah, so that's what it is. You don't seem to be overexerting yourself.
Oh.
Sorry I'd worried you.
Oh, not at all. It's wonderful to hear how you've been. I must admit, I'm a bit surprised. If you don't mind my asking, was there some kind of reason for this breakthrough?
Well, it's all thanks to him and his acquaintances. I suppose you could say they gave me a reason to rethink things. Or, more like, a reason to stand up to my problems. Isn't that right, Senpai?
That's right.
Stand up to your problems, eh? You've grown to be very strong, Yoshizawa-san.
Mm-hmm. I'm totally over it now. Sorry for talking so much. Why don't we focus on our lunches? Thanks for the food! Oh, I forgot. I have PE next. I should get going. Please excuse me.
Yoshizawa-san really does seem to have found her footing. She seemed absolutely tormented about her situation just the other day. I have to say, this drastic change has really knocked me for a loop. Perhaps the Phantom Thieves changed her heart?
Anything's possible.
I was just joking. Looks like time's up. You should head back to class as well. See you around.
Alright.
So you're the one who grew these, Senpai. You can just call me Haru. The seasons are changing soon, so I thought it'd be nice for the plants to change as well. This time, it's a Yusuke Kitagawa production.
All I did was add some, how do I put it? Aesthetic simplicity by balancing the color placement. Furthermore, Haru chose the flowers herself. It will show.
I'm looking forward to it. Why don't we plant you, Mona? Weren't you a shut-in until just recently? You'd better photosynthesize while you're here.
Well, let's get started.
Is that supposed to be a bird?
Perhaps the Snapdragon should go 2 more millimeters to the left.
That's not gonna make a difference.
Hey, you know how we're thinking of the school festival as our celebration party? Anyone else think we should have a real celebration on top of that?
I must agree. It would be not only a celebration, but a welcoming as well. I'd like to do something among ourselves.
Let's do it then. A joint party to celebrate and to welcome her.
Oh, you don't have to do that. The school festival is more than enough.
How is everyone else supposed to get excited if the star of the party's not into it?
Well then, how about a night party at Destinyland?
Disneyland?
By Destinyland, do you mean that Kingdom of Dreams?
It would be a bit late, but there are some plans that allow us to rent out the park for the night.
The entire park? You're talking about the Disneyland, right?
Didn't you say you'd like to do something amongst ourselves?
I did, but
Hold on, I'll go check.
She really thinks like a celebrity.
The heck's she gonna check?
Guys, it looks like it will work.
You're really gonna have it at Destinyland?
Oh boy, like Scoop, we're gonna go to Disneyland.
Restaurants, but the entire park?
Even just for one night, the price is insane. Oh, that won't be a problem. We had originally booked it for a company party, then had to call it off because of the scandal. We'd barely get anything back if we cancel the reservation, so why not take advantage of it?
wouldn't that be oddly conspicuous, though?
It's still officially under the company's name. We needn't worry.
In that case, let's do this. We'll just celebrate twice as hard today.
I'm sorry for disrupting everyone. You did come to help me after all. Well, let's get back to it.
So, seriously, how much does it cost? For real?
That was delicious.
The food was arranged on my plate as though it were paint on a canvas.
The staff brought out this table and food just for us, huh?
I thought if we were going to dine together, it would be better to do it somewhere with a view.
The VIP life is incredible! Not that I'd expect anything else from a private rental.
There really is no one else here.
We are the rulers of the Kingdom of Dreams.
Is this lighting just for our sake as well?
That's right.
It's beautiful.
It's not as beautiful as you.
That's the kind of stuff couples say, right?
Almost anyone would fall for that line in front of a site like this.
Lady On, this view is not as beautiful as...
Come on, you guys are getting way too excited about this stuff.
You say that like you're not tapping into your inner child too, Ryuji.
This is just because Futaba kept nagging me to put him on.
I did not.
You said something like that.
Ryuji, you're the adult.
Well, yeah, but...
Whoa, look at you being all obedient. Is the Destinyland charm rubbing off on you?
My, this is so heartwarming.
Honestly, I would have liked to see the parade as well, but given how sudden the request was, they couldn't get enough staff together to do it.
Perhaps that will have to wait until next time.
Either way, this party's totally the best one so far. It's freaking amazing!
I'm glad to see you're enjoying it. Be careful, Haru. You've shown these guys what luxury means. This'll really raise the bar for our next celebration party.
You're already talking about our next party? Don't you think that's somewhat premature?
Yeah, who else do you think we're gonna invite to the Phantom Thieves?
Still, how do I put this? I met Mona-chan. I got to know you all. Isn't everything going a little too perfectly?
Oh, man, why do you have to go and jinx it?
It's actually a bit frightening. You worry too much. I must just be overly cautious because of my circumstances up till recently. I'm sorry for bringing it up.
Hey, isn't it almost time? You know, for the press conference?
Oh, perfect timing!
Father.
Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to gather here. Today, I'd like to elaborate upon the whole truth behind my company's labor situation. How my employees were forced to work under severe conditions. How lax we were with sanitation. And how my corporation acted as a whole to cover up every facet of this scandal. For all of this, I wholeheartedly apologize.
So are you saying all of this was done under your orders?
Yes, I am solely responsible.
We heard that dozens of your employees were forced to resign due to mysterious illness. Furthermore, these happened to be officials who stood against your proposal for overseas expansion. The same thing also happened to executives at competing companies who were looking to expand abroad. Is all of this true?
Yes.
Was it all coincidence? We'd like some answers.
About that, I have a critical piece of information to announce here today.
Here it comes. Okumura is going to say who's really behind the mental shutdowns.
Okumura-san?
Pico Pico.
Huh? Father? Why did he collapse?
That didn't look right at all.
Don't tell me. Mona-chan, what's going on? No, that's impossible.
What happened?
I want to know that myself. We made sure we just took the treasure too. I should call home.
This isn't our fault, is it? It's been okay all 4 times so far, ever since Kamoshida.
If we let the shadow live, the real person won't undergo mental shutdown, right?
That's how it should work.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
What's wrong?
This is the same. I remember now. It's just like What happened to my mom?
So this is the moment when mental shutdown occurs.
But why did they target Okumura-san?
Damn it! What the hell's going on here?
I have to go. I'll talk to the staff before I leave. Feel free to take your time.
Haru! This ain't our fault, right?
I'd like to think so.
Some welcoming party, huh?
I'll get in contact with Haru later. But for today, I think we should all return home.
It's been a while. What are you watching? That's...
This is just a hypothesis, but perhaps Okumura was bitten by his lapdog.
Are you implying that the Phantom Thieves triggered a sudden mental shutdown on Okumura?
There might have been a falling out of sorts, so the Phantom Thieves abandoned a useless employer, and to cover their tracks, they dealt with Okumura.
I hate to bring this up, but I'm actually here about that.
Did you find any evidence?
No. Actually, there's a chance that the party behind these aren't the Phantom Thieves, but someone else.
How do you mean? You were suspecting the Phantom Thieves as well.
It is still hypothetical at this point, but I don't want to rule it out.
We're searching the Okumura residence tomorrow. Same with Shujin and its principal. We will find evidence on this, no matter what it takes. By the way, I wanted to ask you something.
Yes?
You haven't looked at my laptop or taken files from it without my permission, have you?
That's quite out of the blue.
There were traces that someone transferred data from it. It was only a small error pop-up, but I noticed it immediately after I had that argument with you last month.
And that's why you suspect me? Oh, please, give me a break.
Are you saying you didn't?
As a detective myself, I honor the value of information, as well as the effort invested in it. I take pride in what I do. I thought you, of all people, would understand such values, Sai-san.
I apologize. But then, who stole my data? I let my guard down. They're mine. I'm the one who will catch them.
Someone's certain.
It should have been. Damn it, this doesn't make any. But what are we supposed to do from?
Damn, such a sudden turn of events, isn't it? Well,
let's do it.
We'll figure out what happens next. What happens up? What follows this next time? In the meantime, though, I've got some other things to worry about. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on the next episode.